Okay, now we're drawing the mountain and I'm really scared for that. Yeah. Well, apparently I forgot to film my intro, but hi, hey, hello. Today I'm going to be doing a Bob Ross painting on my wall to celebrate 100 subscribers. I'm basically famous now, so enjoy. First things first, thanks for noticing that I look like garbage. Who cares, right? This is about the arts, not about physical. Why do I not have a hair tie? Okay, so my hair's up, and I have these jank little paintbrushes that my mom told me were in the drawer of our kitchen. I don't know. I bought some paint from Hobby Lobby. If you know me, you know that I don't really prepare for anything. I just kind of wing everything. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna go get a plate to put my paint on. If I was smart, I'd remove these clothes that are down here, but I'm not, so I'm not. It'll be fine. I'm not messy. That's the biggest lie I've ever told. Okay, so one problem we might encounter is that I'm using acrylic paint, and Bob Ross typically uses oil paint, but I've never even used oil paint in my life, so I don't even know what that means. One thing about acrylic paint that is worrisome is that it does dry quicker. I could have gotten something called a retarder or something, I don't know, but I bought all this stuff like a month ago and I didn't think about that. So yeah, we're just gonna hope that it doesn't fail. If not, I'm just gonna paint over it, you know, vibes. Yeah. Hi, this is voiceover Caitlin. You're gonna be hearing a lot of me because if you didn't, it would just be silent painting, and that's kind of awkward. But yeah. Um, Even though this is probably even more awkward. What am I saying? I don't even know. But I'm basically painting my canvas white. Funny story on this. This didn't really work out. It did, but it smelled so bad. So I was like, what the frick? What am I supposed to do? But I just got a little what is it called? Not air freshener. Like, what's that thing that you put in your room and it purifies the air? Air purifier in my room, and it got the smell out. So I'm just going to fast forward this part because this part's boring. I did all the other stuff the next day, so. Okay, it is a new day, and day 2 of painting. As you can see, I've had so much progress. I just did the white thing because the paint smells so much. So now I have this little ventilator thing in here, and it like does that. So I'm just gonna use that, and yeah. I'm gonna painter's tape it, and then, that smells weird, I'm gonna dust it, because it's dusty. Okay, so this is when I finally started on actual painting. I'm starting on the sky, which was really hard, because the colors were so hard to blend, and my wall was dry, it was not wet at all, and it was really hard to layer the colors on. Bob Ross used his brush like basically dry with like no paint on it and just easily blended it, but that's not how it worked out for me. I had to gob my paint on. It was not fun. I was getting kind of scared that it wasn't going to turn out good at all, because as you can see, it was looking pretty at this point. Then I started to blend it, and it kind of was coming out okay, and I had some more faith in myself. Alright, so, why am I talking like that? My sky looks pretty blended now, so now I'm starting on the water, which was a train wreck. The water was probably the worst part. I spent a good 35 to 45 minutes on just the water, because I don't know what water is supposed to look like. And Bob Ross had this little gleam down the middle of his, and I didn't know how to do that. I didn't even know how to make it look like water, but I guess water is just clear, it's the reflection of the sky, so I probably should have just reflected the sky onto the water, except I didn't do that because the laws of physics and nature aren't present in this painting, and you'll see that later. But yeah, so I deeply struggled with the water, as you can see. My self-esteem went from 4 to like negative 52 in this moment, and I was really upset that I probably just ruined my whole wall. Oh, now we're starting on the clouds. Okay, the clouds were my favorite part. They were really easy to do. Well, actually, the first cloud was really easy to do, but the second cloud kind of ended up being bad, so I had to redo it. Yeah, like what is happening right now? Yeah, and yeah, like what? Yeah, I was trying to do some little thin like stratus cloud, and it didn't work. But yeah, then I did the clouds, and they were pretty cool. The clouds are my favorite part because I just think they look cool. So. Okay, now we're drawing the mountain, and I'm really scared for that. Yeah. I'm using, what am I using? Some random little thing I found in the pantry. I think it's a spackler. So. Alright, so now that I'm fully equipped with my spackler, I have my hair up, my painting shirt on, we are ready to start working on the mountains. Now this was the main focal point of my piece, or so I thought, so I had to make this good. In retrospect, I should have made them bigger, but whatever, it's fine. Whatever. I really wanted these mountains to look great, and I was very confused about how Bob Ross made all the shadows and dimensions. So I literally worked on these for a solid hour because I just didn't know how he did it. Bob Ross is a freaking legend. I had to blend the bottom part down, and then I had to redo the whole entire thing because it looked all gray and gross and weird. So I spent a bajillion years on that. And then, what did I do? I added some snow to the mountains, which you'll see if I ever freaking show you. Well, maybe you won't see. This is just me trying to fix all my mistakes in the mist. Apparently the mountains are supposed to be misty. Oh, there's the snow. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, add that snow. Girl, get it. Get it, girl. Add that snow. Yeah.
You painting?
Uh-huh.
Are you shooting right now?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward it like I'm shooting with myself to an artist.
Don't put that in there.
Why not? Okay, so this is again me trying to imitate Bob Ross's amazingness and put snow on the mountains. His painting literally took him 27 minutes, and mine took me 4 hours. I just don't even know how that's possible. I had to not redo the mountains, but I had to like redo all the dimensions and stuff like a bajillion times. And I think it actually turned out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of the mountains. The mountains are probably the best part of the whole entire thing, so yeah. So my camera, as you just saw, tilted. I don't really know why that happened, but it did happen. So half of this is just going to be in tilt mode. But basically, I'm trying to fix up the water that I fucked up before. And it's not going great, as you can see. It's all one color, which looks ugly. I literally spent a solid bajillion years on this water. And I redid it again later in the video, and it just didn't do good. Also, underneath the mountain, I tried to do a little blue thing. Oh, we're starting on the trees. I tried to do a little lake, and it didn't really work out, but. So we're starting on the trees. You have to make the trees, like, symmetrical, like, double layered, so that it looks like the reflection. And this was probably the worst, and also it's crooked. It's literally, like, tilted up. So, that's weird. I guess everything's on a hill, so it's fine. So as you can see, I've painted trees. They're double layered because I guess I'm going to drag them down to make a reflection. I don't know how to do that, but we're going to try. It's super hard because my canvas isn't like wet, so. Okay, pro tip to combat this problem. I dipped my brush in water because acrylic paint is dissolved in water. Yeah. So that kind of made it more easy to blend, and I also use this technique for the water and some parts of the sky. Right here it looks kind of because like the acrylic paint eroded. No, the water eroded the acrylic paint too much. But then I kind of redid the whole entire thing and ended up looking fine. I did some highlights on the grass. I ended up pretty much redoing the whole tree area because I hated it. I thought that the reflection looked ugly. The water didn't even go all the way through. What else did I hate about it? Pretty much everything. I hated the way the trees looked. I hated the water lines. Bob Ross had me do some white little water lines to indicate the lines of water, like what else. And yeah, so I ended up redoing the whole thing. As you can see, I painted over everything in blue, and then I made everything more light blue, basically redid the whole entire water thing again. made the reflection, and this looks way better. This is way more the color of water, and I'm so happy that I made the executive decision to just redo everything, because that looks so much better. It's been 3 hours. I'm so tired. Okay, I'm gonna finish, like, the reflection, and then we'll see. I need to charge my phone, though. Okay, so this is me showing you my beautiful evergreen. It looked gross because it had too many highlights and I need to add some lowlights. Also, you get a freaking fresh take of my disgusting, messy room, so you're welcome. Alright, I did the evergreen off camera because my phone was filming for 3 hours, so it died. But I'm just kind of making it darker, making it a little bigger, making it more evergreen-like. I don't really know what that means, but that's what I did. And then I started working on the bushes in the foreground. Yes, I am an artiste. Thank you for asking. So I was working on the I was working on the bushes in the foreground and making highlights and stuff like that, and adding some flowers to my bushes. And yeah, what else? Looking at it now, the trees are so crooked, but you don't even notice when you're looking up close because you're looking up close. But if you look far away, it's so obvious. And then I did this little rock thing with some like highlights on it, and apparently it was supposed to be a path, but it does not look like a path. It just looks like a huge rock. So I had to do some bushes to cover that. Okay, say hi to Dominic. He thinks that I stole his word, foreground. Apparently that's his word. That's what I was laughing about when I was filming that voiceover.
You had it first.
Because he said foreground first, apparently, even though he was talking about the trees in the back, which aren't even. Oh.
I wasn't talking about this trees in the back. I was talking about the fucking friendship on crooked shit.
No, you weren't. The trees in the back are crooked, and he didn't even use the word foreground right, and he thinks that it's his word. So I'm just embarrassing him on national television. So goodbye. Alright, so my Bob Ross journey had finally come to an end, and I was doing some final touch-ups, and it was finally time to take off the tape. There was some stuff that I had to touch up after I taking off the tape because it bled through. But yeah, that was pretty much my whole journey, so I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, here's the finished product. It doesn't really look anything like Bob Ross's, but I like it. I think it's cute. So I hope you enjoyed. See you again in the next video. Better subscribe or you're lame. Peace.